So the first step in terms of getting the business ready is actually preparing the information that presents the business in its best possible light to a potential acquirer. Most acquirers of businesses are going to want a very, very good understanding of the business, the background, the financial information, the pricing, the clients that they've been dealing with, the staff structure, all of those things. So you need to prepare the information that best presents the business light. Or if there are issues with the business, we need to be aware of them at the start so that when we go to have a conversation with potential acquirers, we can be honest, we can be truthful, and we can be transparent about the benefits to them of acquiring this business. So the first step is really making sure that you can present the business effectively. It's really important at the time that we're preparing this information to present about the business that we can back it up. So any sale process is going to have a due diligence carried out by the acquirer. So they're going to look at the information we present, they want us to verify it. So if we put information that says the business is doing this in terms of its performance, we're going to need to justify that. So at the same time as we're building the information to present to the potential acquirer, we're also backfilling our data room, if you like, with the information that substantiates the claims that we've made. In terms of determining the strategy that you're going to take, we think it's really important that you're clear about it. So we take the time, we invest, and we make a best judgment call around the most appropriate way to get at the business. Because I think if there's a consistency in the messaging, a consistency in how you take it to the market, and a consistency and reliability around the approach that you've taken, then people trust the outcome. So we think it's really important that you're clear about what you're doing. That's why we invest the time at the start to make sure that we're all on the same page in terms of what we're communicating about the business, how we're communicating it, and who we're communicating it to. It's important that we understand who our potential acquirer is going to be, what's going to trigger their interest in the business, and that we get to them in a manner that gives them time to understand the business. But importantly, we want to have 3 or 4 of those in play because we do want to create some competitive tension around the opportunity that is presented to them. We think the best outcome we can achieve for businesses if we have 3 or 4 parties who are very interested in buying the business for the right reasons. That allows us to work with those businesses and to not necessarily play them off against one another, but to use the leverage point of having 3 or 4 interested parties to get the best set of outcomes for that. That may be the best price, it may be the best set of conditions, it may be the best terms, it may be the best fit in terms of the right fit for the people and stakeholders of the business. Next important step is if we've survived our due diligence exercise and we're still comfortable, it's really important that the documentation is attended to properly. So there's obviously sale contracts, but there may be other documentation. There may be employment contracts, there may be engagement for the owner as a contractor, there may be transition arrangements to put in place. So it's really important that the 2 stages of that are worked through. There's all of the commercial elements, so what does the deal look like? So okay, what are all the elements? What's the price? What are the terms? What are the conditions that are going around that? And then there's the contract which puts all of that into a legally binding form. It's really, really important that time's invested in making sure that we get as many of the commercial terms agreed up front so that when we go to the legal documentation, there's a very clear, transparent set of circumstances that need to be recorded and reported. We really don't like getting the lawyers to start work without a clear understanding what the commercial terms are, because all that happens is we have one lawyer starts here, one starts there, and it takes a long, long time to get them together, and it can create some animosity around the negotiation. So really important that we agree what the conditions are, the commercial terms are, and then that we give very clear and precise instructions to the lawyers around the documentation of that.